Well, hey there, YouTube. Just got done mowing the backyard. I believe this is the third mow of 2021. Today's April 17th. It's a Saturday. We're starting to get greener. Still got a little brownish in there, but it's starting to get there. I went ahead and just mowed it straight this time. I didn't do any diagonal. It's always good to change it up. Go this way one week, maybe this way, and then, diagonal this way, diagonal that way. Change it up. That way you don't get ruts in there. It's better for the lawn. Let's see. My drip lines are on in the backyard right now. Got drip line around all this stuff back here. This one here. Oh yeah, it's spraying 360. Okay. Yep, all the drip lines are on. Got the water fountain going for the birds. You can hear the birds chirping. The cherry tree is just starting to get some little leaves on it. Can't wait for that to fill out. That'll look real nice. You can see the pear tree is in full bloom right there. I see a bunch of little tiny bees on there. Not like honeybees, just a little tiny guys. I don't know what they call them. The ones that probably don't even have a stinger. Pollinators though. Looks like we got some morning glories popping up in here. Just in little seed form there. There's those drip lines there. Any of you guys know what could be doing this? I'm assuming it's a vole or a mole or something. Check this out. I don't know if you can see it. It's digging all the soil out from around this. It's just like, I'm surprised the plant's still alive. It's obviously coming in from the neighbor's yard. And it's coming out right here by this plant. And coming out right there by that plant. I did have it pushing all kinds of dirt up. And I tried to flood it with a hose and put a smoke bomb in there and everything else. But apparently, it's still coming in here. I don't want it getting in my lawn, so I want to kind of put it into it. But that's what the grass looks like for April 17th. Here's this little peach tree. It's already bloomed. The flowers are pretty much all falling off of there now. I don't know if we'll get any fruit on that little tiny thing or not. Oh, sprinklers are coming on. Better get out of here. Look at that, folks. Live action. Yeah, definitely needs some water. I did go ahead and give it a light fertilizing after I mowed it. I fertilized it after the first mow, which was 3 mows ago. And I just gave it a light fertilizing this time. And I hand watered it in. And then I just did that a couple hours ago. These sprinklers will go ahead and take care of the rest now. Here's this mound up here. My grass starting to grow here, this decorative grass. It's coming back. You can see all the little seeds coming up in there. They're popping up. This tree here, like I said in another video, I've got to take that out. That's total volunteer. Got to get rid of that before it gets too big. I just wanted to make sure this trembling aspen I planted here was gonna make it, and since it has, I'll go ahead and pull that other one out. I'll leave that there for the tortoises. That's the only reason that's there. So this will fill in. We'll have all kinds of sunflowers and gladiolas, and this grass will get real big. It's a real nice, centerpiece of the yard here. It gets about 4 to 6 feet tall. Looks real nice in the summer. Got these gear-driven sprinklers back here. Not all of them. Some of them are. Some of them are just regular pop-ups. Kind of see how these work. They go back and forth like a rainbird, but a little slower and without the, you know, of an impulse sprinkler, which I actually like the sound of impulse sprinklers. This here is another, the last, what am I looking for? Station, the last station of the irrigation. This here is number 3. No. Yep, that's number 3. No. I'm trying to think. Yep. Number 4, station 4, station 3, drip line station 2, and the entire drip in the front yard is station number 1. There's that beautiful pear tree and those beautiful blossoms on there. You can hear the birds that are living in Bird Village. Okay, that one there does look like a honeybee. Yeah, that one there is a honeybee for sure. But we do have some little tiny ones on here. Just have to find them. You might be able to see them flying around, I'm not sure. There's one right there. But yeah, beautiful blooms on this pear tree. Like I say, there's a cherry tree. It's just starting to get some leaves on it. I definitely like that it's starting to come alive back here. Things are starting to bloom. This grass is doing well. There's that little vine I planted for the Bird Village. It's grown quite a bit. It was a little tiny thing. I'll eventually train it to grow on there. Strawberries. If you've watched my videos, you know we do have a tenant in Bird Village living in that blue birdhouse right there. If you look inside of there, you can see all the nesting materials brought in there. And I watch it, a female and a male, fly in and out all day long doing their thing. Hopefully we can get some more birds to join in there. But one is more than I thought would move in, so that's nice to see that. There's a little water fountain I made for them. I am going to go ahead and order another pump. That pumps a little more. This solar pump just isn't cutting it. It's just a cheap Amazon piece of junk. So I'll go ahead and upgrade that. Here's these water plants I put in here. I've showed these in another video. These are super cool. Check out the roots on those things. Let me see. Let me go on this side. Maybe you'll see it better. Super neat. Like little feathers. They just float around in there. There's my California poppy. Boy, that thing's getting huge. Here's the first bloom that's going to open soon. Here's a couple new chickens I picked up, some metal chickens. Picked them out at our local Big R. I got one there and its friend up there. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Here's the apple tree. Starting to get some leaves on it. Starting to flower there. Hopefully this wind dies down so the wind doesn't blow all the blooms off. We actually get some apples. Looks like we're going to get tons of pears. I'm not worried about that. Here's a cherry tree. Starting to get some greenish on it. I'm sure that'll be blooming flowers real soon here. The wind did take a toll on my beautiful tulips today. It blew a couple petals off. These have been blooming for a while. I've never seen tulips this big. Just look at it compared to my hand. It's gigantic. There's another one. Look at this. It's bigger than my hand. I don't know how big tulips get, but I personally never seen one this big. These are just They're really spectacular. And here's another one. This one here is real pretty. Look at all the pollen in there. Something else. Still have to plant these here. I did go ahead and plant the cat mint today. Not catnip, but cat mint. Planted it in here. This will come back every year, just like this mint from the last 2 years. Once you plant mint, you've got it for life. And I like it. You can rely that it's always coming back. If you do plant it in the ground, it will overtake your garden if you're not careful, but it doesn't bother me any. There's some green onions in there. Let's see, what do we have in here? It's going to be a California poppy right here. And a snapdragon back there. Same thing here, California poppy coming up from seed. And that's a survivor from last year with some California poppies mixed in. See, there's one of the regular, just non-year sprinklers, just a regular pop up there. But the grass is definitely greening up. I'm happy about that. I've been on the fence of whether I'm going to have someone come in and aerate it or not. I know it's getting a little late. I've never had my lawns aerated ever, and they've always done well. But up here in northern Nevada, it's a thing. People have their lawns aerated in the spring, so I don't know. Maybe I'll do it next year. Bulbs are starting to pop up in these. I don't know if I'll get flowers this year. I planted these a little late. And we have a bunch of wildflowers and all kinds of other stuff I put in here that are just starting to come up. Same thing over here. I can tell you this is a tulip from how it looks. There's those little seedlings coming up. My climbing rose bushes are coming all back to life. These things grow wild. I have to trim these once a week in the summer. There's one of those praying mantis egg sacs I put out. I put them out all over the yard. I ordered 10 of them. Let's see, what else do we have here? I recently planted this in here. This will come back every year, 3 or 4 feet tall. This will really fill up nicely in here. This little guy here, I forgot what that is. I think it's some type of lavender or something. It's coming back from last year, starting to wake up. There's some tulips down there. Not sure if these are daffodils. They might be something else. If they are daffodils, they're kind of late. Whatever it is that's coming up. This is something I planted this year. I've saved all the tags. We've got yep, that is a daffodil, because these are definitely daffodils that are coming up. This here is purple, some type of lavender. It's coming back from last year. You can see it's coming back to life. Daffodil, daffodil, tulip. And I'm waiting for this to wake up from last year. Hopefully it will. I don't want to pull it out. I want to give it a chance, because it should come back every year. I'm just waiting for it to wake up. Some more daffodils there. Look at these beautiful tulips here. They're not nearly as big as the other ones, but just look at the colors of those things. Absolutely stunning, huh? Quite a bit there. Strawberries in here. Some green onions. Some type of other onions here. Bulb onions, I guess. I forget. There's a tulip. Snapdragon coming back from last year right there. This guy I planted, I forgot the name of it. It held in through the winter. The other one over there didn't do so hot. I think I'm going to pull them out and plant those pretty red bushes I have over there in the pots here. My chickens are all doing well out here. Fountain's running. And as the drip line's on, it automatically fills this up. That's why a little bit's running out there. so keeps it topped off. These two here haven't popped up yet on the bottom, but the top has. It's starting to sprout, as you can see. 3 different types of wildflowers in there. These daffodils usually look beautiful. This year, they're not looking too hot. I don't know what's going on. They're just not looking too great. I don't know if it's not enough water, too much water. Really not sure. But this here's chocolate mint coming back from last year. It'll fill this whole thing up. It'll look great here in a few more weeks. There's my owl, just looking out. Got some more roosters and chickens through the yard. See, I have these guys because I like roosters and chickens, but I didn't want to get any chickens. I figured these would be sufficient for me, but apparently they weren't because I went out and bought chickens. Here's my owl, my wooden owl. Here's this grass I planted. It's going to get real big and do real well. More here. Let's see. Let's go over here and check out the chickens. Made a little gate here to keep the chickens in. My tortoise is out. My female tortoise was out a few minutes ago. I believe that's the big male, I think. Maybe the female went up. No, that could be the female. Let me see. Yep, that is the female. That is Xena. Xena, the female tortoise. She's eating her mixed greens. There's one of the chicks right there. Actually, they're both over there. They like to hang out back there. Hey, chickies. Hey, chickie. These are black Astralorp chicks. Hello. So they hang out here. That's some of their chicken scratch they can eat. They'll eat this mixed grains. They'll peck at bugs. They'll eat whatever. Here's my compost bin here, full of red wigglers and all kinds of stuff. There's a little chicken coop right there. I go in there at night. Here's a tortoise area. Planted some squash and some kale for them. And I just have the hose just on a trickle there, just watering there. Alright folks, that's an update on the backyard. Thanks for watching.